Okay, guys. All right. Sit down, make some notes, because I'm about to give you guys a class on how to truly travel and flip DTS products. First, I'm going to tell you how I started and what I did so that I was able to travel and purchase DTS products all over the nation comfortably. So first, if you're a new person, I want you guys to really understand that it takes time to build a business and it's not going to be anything overnight. A little bit about me, I've been doing this for 3 years and I've been traveling full time for the last 2.5 years. I have recently been in the States for other reasons for the last 6 months, starting another business, etc. And long story short is I've been traveling for the most part, and 95% of my customers are all online. So I want to just take you through the process and what the process and what the roadmap can look like. And I'm just taking you through what I see and what I've actually experienced myself. So I have people in my mastermind, 45 people in my mastermind. A lot of people in there making 6 figures easily. By the way, making 6 figures in DTS is not hard to make. If you have systems and you have a CRM in place and you have virtual assistants, make it super easy to make 6 figures a year. If you have systems, CRMs, and virtual assistants. So if you have those 3 things, you can easily make 6 figures a year, whether it's local or nationwide. Okay, so let's start. And I just want to acknowledge something. I'm trying to make these videos better so that you guys, I'm trying. So I'm trying to make everything look good, look better, and do all these different things, So this is actually, the phone is on a tripod. I want to show you guys something too, actually. Fuck it, I might as well just show you guys some stuff too. So as you guys know, some of you guys know, I'm moving to Mexico City. 2 things I bought. I bought a camera and selfie stick. And let's see, what else? Okay, hold on. Also, I got a this thing right here. So I'm taking steps. I like doing a lot. I like doing this stuff. I like making these videos, and I like creating videos for YouTube. It's really fun for me, believe it or not. And I like doing it, honestly. And I'd like to do more of it. So this is my trying to get better at this stuff. So just want to show you guys really quick what's up. So like I was saying, I'm going to tell you guys what the process can look like and what it looked like for a lot of people and what you can expect moving forward. Okay, so so let's start from the beginning. If you're a total beginner, this is perfect for you because you can really see the roadmap to what it's usually going to take to figure out, okay, how to become advanced. Then after you become advanced, then you can become an expert very quickly if you follow these steps. Okay, so let's start. So if you're new to this, I'm going to talk to you as if you were completely new to this. You've never flipped DTS in your life, okay? So so let's start. What's the process like? Well, for me, the process started out with my first 6 months, I was flipping diabetic test strip products locally. And what I did and what I learned in those 6 months was 1, how to negotiate them, 2, the products, 3, the clientele. So I figured out all those things in 6 months, and I was able to actually interact with people and negotiate with people and get used to how all the different things that people say to me, the different objections, the different objection handlers that you need for people. So those first 6 months, and this is what I'm saying to you, one, buy the course, buy any course. I wouldn't say any course actually. You could buy my course, how to flip, it's called Diabetic Resale Empire. It's in my website. I always suggest go buy that. And your first 6 months to a year, I would suggest, if you're new, do not just go straight online like quickly, because you really have to figure out a lot of stuff. And if you really don't have that much money, you don't want to be wasting any money and creating, losses. So why do I say 6 months to a year? Is you want to figure out what those products are like. You want to figure out what products damage easily, what products you like, what products are selling in your what diabetic products are selling in your region a lot, etc. All these different things, what are your wholesalers like, etc. So these are different things that you figure out within, just like being in the dirt. Gary Vee likes to say, a lot of people are in the clouds thinking about where they can be, and he always talks about being in the grind, being in the dirt. So those first 6 months, you're really learning a lot, how to market, how to interact with customers, how to negotiate, how to ship, how to pack, how to make money fast. With DTS, you can make money very fast. And for me, I actually started with $200, and now I do. Last week we sent $51,000 out to people for diabetic products. So, we do pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So, and that's all online. Just quick caveat, like 95% of my customers, I want to say even 97% of them are online. So everybody I interact with is current customers. I've been dealing with them for a while. Very simple, very easy. Okay, so let's start. First 6 months, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be flipping DTS products. You're gonna be doing it locally. You wanna pick the products up, touch them, get connected with your customers, get connected with these diabetics. What are they dealing with? What's their life like? All that stuff. You're gonna figure all that stuff out within 6 months. You're gonna figure out the best practices, the best marketing that works in your area. Every area is different. Sometimes Craigslist can work in one area, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes different kinds of marketing can work in one area, and sometimes it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You have to literally figure out what is the best thing that will work in your region. Now, first 6 months to a year, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be figuring out how this whole business works, and you're gonna start seeing crazy margins, and you're gonna be like, holy crap, I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep flipping products because this shit is making me a lot of money. So then what's gonna happen after 6 months to a year, if you've really done the process, spent 3 to 4 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week, you will be able to easily generate 6 figures a year, easily. And if you don't give up and you keep asking questions, to getting into masterminds, getting into other groups, talking with other people, and keep trying and keep exchanging ideas with other people, etc. These things is gonna help you get better and better over the year, but it's not gonna happen overnight, and you need to understand that, there's a learning process to everything. And it takes time to get good. I'll give you guys an example. I'm starting to work with big time wholesalers now. So I'm slowly becoming a wholesale, like a bigger wholesaler. So there's guys that come in and they flip DTS products like, you guys, and you can make really good money, but there's a next level to wholesalers and distribution channels that that's just higher level. There's more complications to work with them. For a very long time, I have a whole department of people that are making connections with different wholesalers and different pharmacies. And for a very long time, not a very long time, but for some time I was like, man, nothing's getting better. We're not picking up anything new, blah, blah, blah. But over time, what we've been able to do is we've been able to get connections with people. And now what I'm seeing is, the margins are higher, but there's more red tape. There's more things to worry about when you start working with bigger wholesalers than your average wholesalers you start working out with. So what I'm trying to say is it took us about 3 months for us to like really get like a real good feel for things on what it took to work with different new connections. And we were able to figure out, long story short is after about 3 months, we just last like 3 weeks, we've been making so many new connections and filling invoices and filling big orders, and the margins are, crazy. It's amazing. And but before that, for the 3 months, I was feeling like, wow, man, this is taking a long time just to build connections and do all this stuff, and it seems like nothing's getting better. But over time, I started learning new things, and I started to learn more. And what that's helped me do is, now I've got the proper relationships and I've got the proper info and knowledge about working with bigger distributors. So it's been very good. Like it's been a positive effect, but it took, many days. I was like, wow, nothing's getting better. And that's what's going to happen to you guys for the first 6 months. I would say for the first like couple months, you're going to be like, man, what do I do? But just trust that it's going to work out. Just keep working and keep doing it. Okay, so let's talk about it. First 6 months to a year, you're going to be flipping. You're going to be flipping locally and figuring out touching the product yourself. You're going to know the ins and outs of all the different products, the list that I give you in my DTS course. And you're going to figure out the customers as well, how to market, how to do sales, how to do all that stuff. Then what you're going to do is after that, you're going to start building a clientele. Then what you need to do is you need to, you need to actually have a CRM. You want to start doing that from the beginning, but you're going to have a CRM that you're going to work strictly out of. You don't want a Google voice number or any of that bullshit. Use a CRM, and I have a CRM course that you can look into, and pretty much I have suggestions and tutorials of different CRMs you can use in there as well, so you can get kind of like knowledge on how to actually use a CRM. But you're going to establish a database of customers. And what you're going to want to do with all those customers is you're going to want to figure out, okay, what day do these people get their products? When do I follow up with them? And you're going to put those follow-ups in your CRM. What's the follow-up? Follow-up is when you need to talk to the customer again. That's a follow-up. So you're going to have a bunch of follow-ups. You're going to start knowing when all your products are going to be coming in, because you're going to be constantly talking with your customers through text, through calls, and those sorts of things. So that's what's going to happen. Then what's going to happen is you're going to start establishing an online presence, and there's multiple ways that you can find DTS products online. You can reach out to me with that. If you want to look more into that, we have a mastermind that focuses on CRM and getting customers online. It's actually really easy. The thing is, a lot of people, what I find is people don't have a system for how they do their online stuff. So they try for a little bit and then they fail. But then you have your CRM. Now you're ready. So so after you've done the work for 6 months to a year, then you're at a point where you're like, okay, I can go online and buy product because I know what things look like, what it should look like, the dates I need to buy, the expiration dates that I need to buy, etc. So all of these things you're simultaneously learning. So once you go online, it's like easy, okay, I could buy that for that much, buy this for that much. And then you know that you're gonna make this much money. Now, the online game is a whole different game. Like I said, I have a mastermind. You can reach out to me if you're advanced, not beginners. If you're a beginner, 6 months to a year, you need to just be putting in the work locally and doing the basic things and getting in touch with the business. So don't rush this process, because it's really important that you don't rush the process, so you don't go straight to online and get scammed or buy the wrong product, buy way too much, do all these different things. You need to start locally, and this is what I suggest everybody do. I've always suggested this, because a lot of times people are like, oh no, let me just go to online, let me just do this. No, get the work done the first 6 months to a year online, locally, so that you can really you really know what you're doing, so you really have a grasp on products and what customers are really like, because I really don't want you guys to get scammed. People do scam online, so you gotta just watch out for that thing. Now, there's ways to protect yourself. It's very easy to protect yourself, so don't even worry about scams really. But I don't want you guys to buy the wrong products, and that's why I have the beginner course to help you buy the right products. And I give you 3 contacts that will help you with your DTS product journey as well. So, first, the process says 6 months to a year, you're figuring it out. While all that's happening, you're building a database, you're doing follow-ups, you're reaching out to them via text and calling. And then next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hire virtual assistants, okay? And that's just plain and simple. I have a course on how you can hire virtual assistants, but with virtual assistants, you teach them tasks on what they need to do every single day. So if they need to reach out to all your follow-ups every single day, then they can. If they need to reach out to all your different customers 1 time a week, 2 times per month, 3 times per month, let them conversate with your customers, and you got to teach them how to negotiate and do all the different things that you learn in your first 6 months. This is why we're going back to the first 6 months. You need to learn how to negotiate and do sales and marketing, do everything, so that you could teach it to your virtual assistants. That's why you can't just go into this thing saying, oh, I'm gonna go online, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. It's people are scamming out there, so you gotta watch out. You can't make the wrong purchases. That's why you have to know the product, okay? And that's why you have to teach virtual assistants and work with them slowly. So, VAs is very important. I actually suggest after a year, you let your virtual assistants manage your local customers and all the conversations, text, emailing, calling, all that stuff they need to, and then even do your marketing as well, Facebook, all the different places. You let them manage all that stuff. Now, this is how you truly become free, is when you have virtual assistants working for you. We just hired a new one on today. So I have 14 virtual assistants. I've got my Tampa Diabetic Exchange, and then I have another department for the distributors, reaching out to connections and different distributors of the DTS products. And and then I even have a virtual assistant that helps me personally. So I have multiple, that's 14 virtual assistants that are being used all the time, working. I don't want to say being used, but they're working all the time, 6 days a week. Usually they're all working. So most of them, actually all of them, are earning incentives per week. So they earn a salary and then they earn incentives. So based on based on their production, they make incentives. And this brings me to the last thing. Your last thing, what you want to do is you want to master the online game. And I'll tell you guys this. I've met so many guys that, they're hitting 6, even 7 figures online. not online, sorry, locally. They're hitting 7 figures locally. And I'm talking about profit. That's not even like revenue, profit. They have people that drive around for them all day, 2-3 people. But the one thing I noticed about all of them is that they're not free. They're stuck to their business. They have to drive around all day. And that's why I said, guys, you got to start after a year, you have to start getting into the online game and figuring out that one. Now, what it took me was I hurt my knee. So I wasn't able to drive around and get all these products everywhere. I wasn't able to do that as fast. I had to rest. So eventually I figured out, okay, where can I source my products from? And there's a couple different places online where you can source your products. But it's not just about sourcing products, it's about keeping customers and adding them to your CRM from these different platforms, all the different social media platforms. You need to take all the information there and put it in your CRM. And then there's a structure, there's even a process on how you deal with those people. People don't go this deep in the DTS game. People don't go this far into this, but through all my different courses and all the different things that I offer, I go through all this stuff very easily. So you need to master the online game. Instead of just worrying about your city, buying DTS products in your city, you want to be buying all through the whole nation. And then what you want to do is you want to have a routine of tasks for your virtual assistant to consistently generate new leads and generate new leads, close new deals, and keep your current customers. You need all that. You need all those things. So 3 things here. Okay. You got Diabetic Resell Empire. The first 6 months, stick with this program. And what you want to do is you want to be doing the business locally for 6 months to a year. And then, after about 6 months, you then want to start looking into the online game, but still keep your local business, going. What I would suggest you do as soon as you start to really understand this game, and I'm telling you, don't rush this process. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I want to go straight online. Oh, I want to start flipping products online like Mike does. I want to start traveling and do this stuff. It takes time to do it. So stick to the process. Get my course. Generate, some cash and generate some authority in this business. Start to get to know it. Make sure you have all your bases down. Get your CRM. Figure out your marketing locally, what works, what's generating you stuff, what's generating you new customers. Get all that stuff down. Then from there, hire a virtual assistant. Let your virtual assistant manage all of your local tasks, talking to customers, emailing, texting, all your social media platforms. Let them manage all the customers. Let them do that. And then what I would suggest you do is you reach out to me when, we don't let people into the mastermind unless they're advanced. So you have to have some knowledge of this game. So we only let people that actually know how to flip these products into our mastermind. We got 45 people in there. We're by far the best group online. By far, we know a lot more. We run into so many newbies. No offense to all you guys out there. God bless you. We run into so many newbies that it's comical because we really don't see any competition with anybody. All the newbies that are coming on through all these different courses. But what I would suggest, after you have gotten these couple things down, at least put 6 months into this thing, start generating 2-3K a week profit. Then, make sure you got all your bases down: CRM, virtual assistants, managing tasks, managing everything, administration, make sure they're managing all the administration work. And then I want you to reach out to me. We do an interview on the phone between all the creators. So there's me and then 2 other guys that we built the group. We're the founders. You do an interview with us to make sure that you're good for the mastermind, and then we let you in. Now that mastermind is going to be, it's still $2,500 to get in. It's a one-time fee, and it just goes over how to really run things online, how to keep everything organized, CRM, everything, like down to the T. And we got multiple people in there that are hitting 6 figures. So, okay, so after that, and this is good. So after that, what you're gonna wanna do, and I'm so glad I came to this part, because this is actually freaking perfect. So what's gonna happen after that is you're gonna start generating money online, $500, $600 a day. You're gonna start generating and buying product, $500 to $600 a day. Then what you're gonna need is you're gonna need more time. So you're gonna hire more virtual assistants, and then what ends up happening is, because you have so much product, you end up packaging and shipping all day. So that's the next problem that you have to solve, and that's the one I solved as well. So what ends up happening is when you're making $1,000 a day, $600, $400, $500 a day, you have to go to the post office and pick up all your products that arrive, invoice them to your wholesalers, and send them off. What ends up happening is you end up packaging and shipping all day. Now that's not a bad job if you ask me, because you're making $500 to $1,000 a day. Like, who cares? I mean, yeah, it's good. If you're on the other side and you've never made that kind of money, then that sounds great. You'd be like, dude, I'll package all day. But what ends up happening is it just gets kind of strenuous, and it's annoying to do, taking labels off, packaging, invoicing. It's like, eventually you want to outsource that. So what I was able to do is, I was able to outsource that to one of the people in my mastermind. He does all my packaging, all my shipping, and he actually even, he establishes relationships with a lot of our wholesalers as well. So he's a very integral part of this whole process. So then, okay, but I just want to explain it. So then what you want to do is you want to get somebody, it could be whoever. Well, it can't just be whoever. You have to trust them. But you want to get a person that would receive product, package, take the labels off of the products, and then send it to wholesalers. So, but why? You're asking why. What you need to be doing is always focusing on the highest paying task. So the highest paying task would then go back to, the highest paying task would then go back to you generating more sales and generating, at least $1,000 a day to whatever your goal is at the time. My goal on how much I want to make per day is at least 3K. And if I can hit 3K, I'm happy. So the longer you're in this business, you're gonna be like you might have just looked at me and said, holy crap, that's a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the longer that you're in this business, you start to realize that it's just like, you just want the number to go up. You start relating to money in a whole different way. It's like you don't relate, like you see, 1,000. Ooh, I want to go do something for $1,000. Like you see money totally different when you start seeing it as, okay, I want to make this much money a day. So like, I don't know, like money doesn't impress me. That's all, you know, that's basically what I'm trying to say is like, you know, I've seen large amounts of money. And eventually you just want the number to go up. Like that's all you want. You want to go from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. Now, I have made $7,000 in one day. And like I said, as long as I can do about 3K each day, that, you know, I'm happy. So your targets will get bigger and bigger and bigger. The longer you're in the game, you'll start to be like, holy shit, this is possible. This amount, you know, I really can make this much money in this game. And you start to really see like, wow, this is real. So I think before, like if I was new and I never flipped DTS products in my life, I would be like, nah, that guy's lying. But when you get in this business, you start to see based on margins and different wholesalers and how much they will buy your product for, you start to see that it is possible to make really, really, really good money doing this. And it's a joy. You get to buy people's products, they get cash, and you get to, you know, sell those products to wholesalers, and then, you know, you get to make money. So it's great. Like it's a really good business. My virtual assistants are paid really good. Everybody on my team's paid good. And this is how I'm able to travel and do what I want to do. And, you know, I don't look at tags, and I don't look at I'm not really a materialistic person. It was really fun. It was really fun driving the Porsche in California and just renting that thing out for like 3-4 days. That was nice, and I think I would buy a foreign car for sure. I think I'm gonna buy a foreign next year. But like I said, I'm really not like a materialistic person. I don't really care about things. I just like to be able to do what I want. You know, that's my thing. Is like, am I able to do what I want? Am I able to go where I want? Am I able to travel where I want? Those are things that are very important to me. So that's what I value. Am I actually able to do it? Like I said, I'm not crazy into clothes like that. I don't care about Louis Vuitton and Coach and, you know, whatever, all these different designer clothing. Like I don't care about that kind of stuff. But I do like to be able to afford things, nice dinners, I like to be able to do stuff. Like I like to be able to go to the movie theater in the middle of the day. So those things it's not possible unless you complete this whole process. So this is literally the roadmap to being able to generate leads online and get people to work for you and be able to travel and flip DTS products. So I hope this helped you, and if you stay this long, you're gonna be a winner in life, I promise you. If it's not DTS, it's gonna be in another thing. But thank you very much, guys.